Everything can be a limiting belief or a benefiting creation, and that's really up to you. You can choose for it to be a limiting belief, or you can choose for it to be something that is benefiting you. And the way you really take this thing into account is really how your reality is going to go. It can either be something that is limiting you and you can see it that way and go that path, or you can see it as something that is benefiting you and you can learn from it and you can take that cue and move forward. And it's really the meaning that you put to it that brings you your outcome. Hey guys, welcome to the Awakened Reality, and you are with Krishwan, and today I'm going to be talking about this statement. Everything can be either a limiting belief or a benefiting creation for you, and that, guys, is really up to you. Now, what do I mean by this is that either you can see something as something that is stopping you and is not making you go forward in your path and is not making you accomplish things or get things done and live the life the way you want. Or you can see the same thing as something that you understand that, oh, I created through my reality, and so it's like this, and so it can be a benefiting creation instead of continuing to be something that is going to limit me. How benefiting creation? Yeah, okay, I created something I don't want, and this thing that I created that I don't want, I realized that I created something that I don't want, and this thing that I don't want has now shown itself, and I look at it and I'm like, oh, I don't want it. But at the same time I realize that I have created it, and so I can correct my creations and understand that, okay, this is something I don't want. When you know what you don't want, you start knowing what you do want. When you know that I don't want this, you know that you want the opposite of that. And so you know, so that is a benefiting creation in itself. So it's really the way of how you're looking at things. And guess what? The way you're looking at these things is literally the way that it is going to start appearing in your life. It's the meaning that you're giving that thing, literally. The meaning you give something. That's the meaning you give something is typically what it is, guys. In literal terms, it's the meaning that you give something that creates your output, because that's the intention that is there. That's the meaning that you give something creates the emotions within you. Like different cultures, right? Like, so in different cultures there may be something that is rude in one particular culture which is not rude in another culture, and hence it causes a different set of emotions for this culture and a different set of emotions for this culture with the same reality in place. And what happens is the emotions are obviously different because the different cultures are perceiving it in a different way, right? So what they're doing is they're just perceiving the meaning that they're giving to the situation is a different thing in both the cultures, and hence the outputs are very, very different. The reactions are very, very different, and hence if the reactions are very, very different, the consequences are different in both situations, and hence you have two different realities. You see what I'm saying? So it's up to you which reality you really want. And so it's up to you how you start to see things. You start to see things as something that is negative and not going to help you, or you start to see that same negative thing as something that can benefit you, as like a feedback loop or something you understand that you don't want, and now you know how to move to something that you do want. Even when you create your reality, you can create that this person can either be a limiting factor to me, or this person can be a benefiting factor to me by changing your thought processes about the person. And when you change your thought process about the person, you're starting to create a total different reality of how that person would reflect would not reflect, respond back to you. So now actually this I've always also tried it in my life and it works. So this, what happens is the person when they respond back to you, it's like a smooth response, and it's a response that you are expecting. That's also how different people have different chemistries with the same person, because their thought processes are different about that person. They're expecting different expectations from that person, and hence you have people having different chemistries with the same person, different connections, different feelings, different chemistries with the same person, because they're what is being filtered through their mind and what they expect from the person is also different. I'm going to do another video about the meaning you give everything, but apart from that, this is really also the meaning how you're giving something. That's why I often say that there is no negative situation, there is only positives, and there are like positive lessons. Like if something comes across as negative, you realize that okay, we create our realities. If you didn't know that, this is something to know before you get into this video, that we create our realities. We're all energy. We create these realities through the thoughts that we think, and when we think these thoughts are put out into the universe, and it's attracting thoughts just like it. So know that you are creating this reality. Know that you are the creators of your own reality, and our realities of course are merging. And if you are creating this sequence of seeking for answers or getting some information, and here I am making this video and you're listening to this video, it's again merging. It's just those realities, those energies are matching. Your seeking energy of answers is matching my information that is being fulfilled to you, that is coming to you and fulfilling that. So coming back to the point, we are creating this reality, and so it's really up to how you choose to create a particular situation for yourself. If you take a particular situation, it can either be a situation that is benefiting you, or you can look at it as something that is limiting you, and you can be like, I'm being limited. Yeah, even by that limiting, you can understand that it's limiting you, and you can know what you don't want. But you don't want to be lamenting over something constantly. You don't want to be like constantly keep focusing on something that is not beneficial to you. People have relationship problems, people have breakups, and people have loss of jobs and family issues, and a lot of people tend to stay stuck in those mind frames. You putting yourself constantly in that thought pattern of constantly being in that place which is not working out for you right now, is simply keeping yourself in that vibration constantly. So you're looking at that particular incident, and you think it's a limiting belief for you, and now it has become a limiting belief for you, and you feel, oh, this cannot be changed because it's a limiting belief, it happened due to my past, and now these are the reasons, and that's the end all. Nothing else can be done because of this. No, buddy, everything can be done if you start looking in the right direction, in the direction you want to be in, rather than in the direction you do not want to be in. You want to be in the place that you want things for yourself. Obviously, you're living this life, you want to enjoy this life, you want experiences. And the key to that is to not keep your focus on things that you don't want, is to not keep your focus on situations that you feel are limiting you, and you feel it's going to limit you for the rest of your life. You take that situation, you understand what the hell went there, what the hell happened there, how you manifested that situation in a way. So what you did in order to manifest the situation, what was the thing that was missing that brought you to that situation and not to the situation that you really wanted, and you understand from that, and then you take the next step forward into manifesting whatever you want into your life. And that's how you would convert something that is constantly in that limiting belief pattern into something that is benefiting you by understanding what the hell is happening out there and taking that information and converting it, not even converting it, simply just understanding what that situation is, why it happened, how it is not benefiting you, and what to do in order to get into a situation or create a manifestation that actually benefits you. It starts off also by believing that yes, you can create that situation. It's possible. And everything that you see can either be continuously be in that limiting belief category, and you can keep looking at it like a limiting belief. This belief is limiting me. I have this belief that is limiting me. Well, at least good that you understood that it is it's a belief that is limiting you. Now you want to get out of it, and so you can, instead of continuously looking at it as something that is limiting you, you can look at it as a benefiting creation. It's limiting you so that you understood from that particular belief that this is what I need to do, and so it becomes a benefiting creation. You see? So everything can either be a limiting belief or a benefiting creation, and that choice is up to you, whether you want to take some particular thing in your life and you want to stick it up to a particular fixed way of shit, I'm never going to get it, and it's a limiting belief, and that's it, no more from that. Or you can choose for it to be a benefiting creation by either learning from the situation or completely transforming the situation to a new thing, to something that you want. This is what it is. This is what the statement of everything can be a limiting belief or a benefiting creation, and that's the way you see it. So that's about it. So if this video helped you, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, and that's about it. You can also book a session with me. Hit me up on social media. Hit me up. I'm on Fiverr. Hit me up on Fiverr. And I also have bookings on my Facebook page. You can go to my Facebook page and click the book now button and book a session with me. And these sessions have been given to many people, and they're extremely effective, and a lot of people thank me on a regular basis for these things and for these informations. They use them in their life, and it starts benefiting them. I seem to be seeing the results, and I'm so happy that it works for them. And this is just for me to let you know that this stuff works, and don't feel shy or don't feel like, oh, it's not going to work. Once again, the factor that it's not going to work is still a limiting belief, and you can create it into a benefiting creation by telling yourself that it will work, and so it will start manifest that thing, that information will work in your life and start manifesting as a beneficial output for you. Okay, so get to me, and you'll know what to do. Alright guys, that's it. You would awaken reality with Krishna here. Bye.